What's good, beautiful people? So I did a thing like a couple days ago. Super excited about this thing, and I told one of my counterparts, and the first thing out of this person's mouth was, "Did you explain to these people that you're on the spectrum and you don't think like the average person, and you are always gonna ask why, and if they tell you no, you want to know why?" And it was at that point it hit me that not only is this a problem because I'm on the spectrum, but it's also a problem because growing up in my household, or a majority of people's household, depending on the time frame that you grew up in, you weren't allowed to ask why. Because if you ever asked why, you were either talking back, you were rude. There was just a list of shit that came with it, right? And then the older you got, now is when we could actually have these conversations of, hey, so you remember back in the days when da-da-da-da, and it's just like, so why the F couldn't y'all just explain that shit back then? But then, now here it is, I'm having this conversation with my homie, and it's just like, bro, before you do and say certain things, you want to express to individuals like, hey, so I'm on the spectrum, my, like I have emotional deficit. So with that, a morphological person, everything has to have a why. And if it doesn't have a why, then we need to figure out like, okay, where does your why come from? And I'm like, oh my God, like, am I really like that? And they're like, bro, are you serious? The man was like, I told you I didn't like vagina and you took me up a hill. And I said, damn, really? And he goes, yeah. And I was like, word? And he goes, yeah. And he was like, I appreciate you for that, because no one's necessarily ever pushed me into thinking about anything else outside of what I've always thought about it. I'm like, thanks for that. But it's just a simple process of, damn, like, now I'm trying to figure out, like, should I curve this? Should I fix this? Like, how does this work? Because I don't always want to be the person that's like, but why? Or not being able to show emotions when emotions are needed, which is something that I've been working on. So hopefully I've been doing pretty decent with that. But yeah, I just thought I'll share that with y'all, because now I'm just like, damn, what if I said something that was incorrect and then you're correct, because no one necessarily knows me. Now I run the risk of being crucified based off of what I said. Not that I essentially give a fuck, but it's easier for me to have conversations with people that are like, oh, okay, well, this is PG and it's not, no foul, no harm type thing. But when people don't know you, then they automatically think that you're trying to be rude or mean or whatever the fuck else that could possibly fall into that. But that was just a thought process, man. Like, let me know what y'all think. Like, please. And, I told y'all I was gonna get back on these Adderall and everything else. However, I haven't been able to sleep for the past couple of days, so that's been neither here nor there. But yeah, man, we're gonna chop it up. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later.